Can the Marvel Cinematic Universe be saved? Can Marvel be saved? Is there a way for this company to return to their former glory? I've said this before. There are those who believe they should not be returned to their former glory and they should just go away. I don't know if Marvel will ever be and or DC the top dog that they were at one point, but I don't want to see these companies go away. These companies are part of American history. Now, does that mean that every company that's a part of American history should automatically survive uh, just because they're part of American history? By no means. But there's this need some people feel to have things destroyed that I do not share. I want things corrected. I would rather something be corrected than destroyed. Now, again, will that happen? I do not know. I do not have any view into the future. I think it's possible for these things to be saved, but that may very well just be a pipe dream. So I want to get to this article from Bounding into Comics, and it poses quite the thought. X-Men First Class director Matthew Vaughn, excited for Deadpool 3, says sequel will bring the Marvel Cinematic Universe back to life. Do I believe this? Do I know this to be true? I don't know. This would seem like what you would expect someone who works for Marvel to say. Of course, you want to see this IP return to its former glory. You don't want to see it collapse. This is the company you work for. Let's see what this article says. Let's see if we agree or if I agree. This article was written by Spencer Bacali. Bucali. I think that's how you say his name. Bounding into Comics. He says, at this point, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is so thoroughly damaged as both a creative endeavor and a marketing brand that even the combined healing factors of the film's central duo would have trouble trying to repair it to a working state. But according to X-Men First Class director Matthew Vaughn, the upcoming Deadpool 3 is looking to make this positive change a reality. Now, I mean, I don't know how you feel about X-Men First Class. It wasn't the most terrible movie I've ever seen, but I don't know if that movie gives this director the chops to say, yes, this is it. It was okay. Like I said, I'm not going to say it was terrible, but just judging on that movie, I don't know if that gives him the authority to judge what will bring the Marvel Cinematic Universe back to prominence. Maybe I'm wrong. He said Vaughn, whose directional body of work also includes, I'm not gonna say the name of that movie. You could see it there. Kick Butt, let's say that. X-Men Days of Future Past, and thus far trilogy of Kingsman films. Okay, so I stand corrected. He does have quite the plethora of movies under his belt that were actually very good. So maybe he does have the eye to know what will bring the Marvel Cinematic Universe back to prominence. But again, in some ways, I think fans have been burned to the point that even if this movie is that good, there are some fans that just will not give Marvel that pass. I think that's a thing. Okay, it says he expressed his optimism towards Marvel upcoming mutant team up during a January 2024 appearance on the Bro Bibles post-credit podcast. Per a recap of his guest spot provided by the news outlet, as of writing, the episode has yet to be released amidst a larger discussion of his upcoming film, Argyle. The director was at one point tuned to the topic of Deadpool 3, to which he responded by beaming the few snippets that I've known about Deadpool versus Wolverine or Wolverine versus Deadpool. I'm sure that argument between Ryan and Hugh is happening as we speak, are unavailable. Now, I will say this. You remember when James Gunn was speaking so glowingly of The Flash? Is it that these directors just want these things to survive so bad that they will say this even if it's not true? I don't know if that's the case. And I'm not gonna assume his motives. Maybe he really believes this, and maybe James Gunn really felt that Flash was just this great movie. I think the quote was one of the greatest comic book movies or something like that. It was not that. Again, that's just my humble opinion. Uh that's going to be the jolt, Vaughn added. The Marvel universe is about to have a jolt of them, and it's going to bring that body back to life. Now, I will say, if Deadpool maintains the same vein as the other two Deadpool movies, yeah, then this may actually do exactly what he's saying, because those Deadpool movies were different. They weren't like anything you've seen from Marvel Disney. Definitely a different rating class. Let's put it that way. More adult. It says, drawing his praise of the Merc with a Mouth's next adventure to a close, the director ultimately opined, I think Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are about to save the whole Marvel universe. I want to believe this is true. I want to believe it's true because I think Ryan Reynolds has a certain integrity towards the Deadpool movie that he will not let fail. Like, he's not going to let this thing go in the direction of a lot of Marvel movies. That might be the case. And he might just have a big enough influence that this movie maintains its integrity as far as the first and second movie. Second movie wasn't as good as the first movie, but I think that movie was definitely good. Better than a lot of what Marvel's putting out now, that's for sure. Set to release on July 26th, official details regarding Deadpool 3's plot and cast, outside of its inclusion of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and its taking place across the wider Marvel multiverse, currently remains scarce. According to the official logline for the film released by Marvel Studios Japan, the I think that's supposed to be prequel or the requel. I don't know what that word is supposed to be. Maybe I'm just retarded right now. We'll see the irresponsible hero, or threequel. That's what it is. Okay, a play on words. Y'all got me. The irresponsible hero Deadpool will change the history of the MCU with Wolverine. Yo, I want this to be a thing. As I said, I do not want this universe to die on the hill of mediocrity that it seems like some of the Marvel movies are dying on. Maybe this movie will be good and exactly what we need. Maybe it will bring the Marvel Cinematic Universe back to prominence. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Ultimately, it will be fans who decide whether they're willing to give Marvel a pass or not.